I spit Patron on this microphone. Watch out, I'm in the zone. Worth for everything I own. Life is March Madness. One mistake, then you go. Yeah, I had a stroke, but your boy still rhyming. And Fresh got love, but the squad still wildin'. Catch me in any city in the hood, we grindin'.
You are now tuned into the Boxing Bros, and in this segment, we are going to rate Gervonta Tank Davis, but we just want to take the time to remind you that it's going down this Saturday, live on Boxing Bros, 12 noon, 12 p.m. Eastern USA time. Kaspira G versus Ned the TBE in a punch-off for the green belt and all the bragging rights. Who you got?
You see it. You see it.
All right. And now, back to the regularly scheduled program. We're rating Gervonta Tank Davis. Kaspira G, what do you rate Gervonta Davis power?
Okay, so for his power, I gave him a 96. You know, he has tremendous hooks and uppercuts. These things are crazy lethal. You know, I'm gonna butcher some names, man. Y'all know how we do here at the Boxing Bros, so just forgive me. But like, I remember he hit Sanchez with an uppercut, broke his nose. But when he hit what's that dude's name? Avila? Yo, Trill, help me out here. Avila, whatever that dude's name is. So the one where he kept uppercutting him, just kept and then turned that dude to a bobblehead. You know what I mean? So that was crazy. You know, literally like when he stepped up.
Pedraza?
Nah. I'm gonna talk about Pedraza next. You know, I'm saying his name because I be, you know what I mean? Salute to Boston Bros, Puerto Rico, but I'm gonna be messing a couple of names up. You know, Pedraza, same thing. Was violating them with hooks and uppercuts. And the last one was obviously Leo Santa Cruz. When he landed that uppercut, man, like it looked like Leo lost his soul in that ring. Like literally, he was gone. Like I don't know who took it worse, Leo or Dillian. But both gentlemen got violated, so that's why I gave Tank a 96 for power.
Ned,
actually, I gave Tank a 97. And this boy is like the hardest hitting puncher in that division, man. And he's on a 15 knockout streak right now, and it's crazy, man. And like he's vicious, like G said, with the uppercuts and the hooks. Like I'll be watching his videos, like yo, I'm 6'6", and yo, I know it's probably much easier for Gervonta to get those off. I'll be just trying to like learn how he does it, man, but. Hey, those things is nasty. Those things are vicious.
What was that, G?
I'm saying, yeah, you 6'6" food. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't laughing.
You already laugh. It's okay.
Oh man. Trill Dollar Bill, what do you give Gervonta Davis power?
I like Tank. If you would have asked me in the beginning, right? I would have said, Tank got 100 from me on power. The boy is strong as an ox. But really diving into his record, right? And just really paying attention to a lot of things. Tank got some power. But I think a lot of us gave him too much credit on the power thing. But I do give him a 95.
All right. Let's go.
Good matchmaking over there.
You said what?
Good matchmaking over there, word.
Matchmaking over there in Mayweather Promotions. Yeah.
All right.
I'm not mad at that. He's fighting tough guys. I mean, well, he's fighting he's fighting guys, you know what I'm saying? Tough guys. And it's good matchmaking over there at Mayweather Promotion.
I respect where Trill's coming from. I do feel like a lot of the fighters that he's been in the ring with weren't the best, but he has stopped some really good opponents. And when you look at what he did to Leo Santa Cruz, the one-punch knockout. Also, I mean, he stopped Gamboa, which, Gamboa had the messed up shoe and things of that nature, but Devin got in there and he couldn't stop Gamboa. So I think, Gervonta Davis, to me, the reason why I'm giving him a 98 is because I do believe out of all the guys in the lightweight division, he's the hardest puncher. I do believe he's capable of the one-punch knockout, the devastating one-punch knockout. He's shown that. And I do feel like of all the lightweights I've seen, like not just in the ring, but like when it's hitting the bag, hitting the mitts, when like it's in fights, like his punches hurt. And then we're talking about lightweight, like just to see a lightweight produce those type of knockouts when like we talk about lightweight's not known for having the type of puncher that Tank appears to be. It's like a phenomenon almost. It's like, man, like this little mini Mike Tyson. So for me, and his knockout percentage is 95.8, I believe. Yeah, 95.8. So he almost has a 96% knockout ratio. So, people want to talk about Deontay Wilder's knockout ratio. You might want to start paying attention to Tank's. Although, much like Wilder, I do believe, like Trill said, most of that ratio was built up by tomato cans, but he still has knocked out really good fighters with one punch, something I've yet to see Wilder do. No shade to him, just saying. So 98 for me from Tank at the moment, based on what I've seen. So G, what do you rate Gervonta Davis speed?
For speed, I give him a 95, and I think it's a combination of two things. It's fast hands as well as fast feet, because he's at a major height reach disadvantage as a dude that's 5'5". So he has to utilize his entire body to reach the target, but he does it well. So for speed, I give him a 95.
All right, Ned.
I gave it a 97, and that's because, like G said, he's the smallest guy out of the guys we're ranking, and for him to knock, well, you guys say he's been knocking out today, but for him to get in there, he has to get in there quick and get out of there quick, and you never see him get roughed up really bad with the guys he's faced. So.
Trill Dollar Bill, Gervonta Davis speed. What do you rank it?
I don't think he's as fast as the other guys. Well, he's fast in some of them, but if we compare him to the other lightweights, I don't want to, I think I'm giving him a 90. I'm giving Tank a 90. Tank is fast, but to me, I don't think he's super duper fast.
Oh, Trill, can I just ask a quick question?
He can punch.
What would you give Timo?
Why we're not at Teofimo yet? Why are you asking him about?
Follow the balance.
No.
You asking him about Teofimo?
I got Teofimo Lopez at an 85.
Oh, okay. All right. So I respect
Since
that.
you
I feel like Trill, you shouldn't even be releasing your Teofimo scores until
Pardon me. It helps me understand his score. That's all.
You find out when you find out. That's the whole point.
That's the whole deal.
Don't worry about my scores for T.
What's on my score is my score.
and since you want to jump the gun, I seen Teofimo in there with another guy with elite hand speed, and I seen Teo land too. Mm-hmm. But anyways, let me get to my score for Gervonta's hand speed, which is a 92. I agree with Trill. I don't think that he's as fast as you guys are rating him. I've seen him in there with Leo Santa Cruz, and Leo was beating him to the punch occasionally. He was in there with Gamboa, and look at him in there with Gamboa, and look at Devin. Devin was noticeably faster than Gamboa. That's what I'm talking about, the levels. When Devin was in there with Gamboa, the hand speed advantage was evident. When Tank was in there with Gamboa, he wasn't looking that much faster than Gamboa. He beat Gamboa to the punch a little bit, but Gamboa was also fighting with one shoe and having issues. When I see Tank Davis, like, to me, he's fast enough to clip you. I think he has good timing. I think he's been working on a few things, setting things up. But like his hand speed isn't blazing. When I see like Tank in there, and also his arms are short. So if we learn anything from Pacquiao Mayweather, you see a guy with short arms sometimes look faster. Doesn't mean that they're going to beat you to the punch or that they're faster that way. You got Devin Haney with longer arms. You got Ryan Garcia with longer arms, and their speed looks levels above Gervonta Davis. So, like, I'm telling you, it wouldn't surprise me to see Ryan Garcia beating him to the punch all night until he's able to land something, time something. I just don't think Gervonta Davis is as fast as you guys think. Now, of course, 92 to me is elite level speed. He has elite level speed. He has world-class speed. I should say this. He has world-class speed. He doesn't have elite level speed. That's how I view Gervonta Davis speed.
Can I say one thing? I see what y'all are saying. However, he's still fast. It's just, he just has short arms. You know what I mean? Like, so he has to do extra. I'm telling you, that's why I gave him credit, because I'm like, he has to do extra to connect, bro. He's just literally 5'5", son.
Wouldn't that be footwork? Wouldn't that be IQ? Right?
Man, that's why when I did my explanation, I was like, I'm combining all of that together for him to connect. You know what I mean? Like, you got to give him credit, man. Dude, that small, and he's still connecting on guys that are like way taller than him. That's what I'm saying. But I hear y'all though.
I do give him credit. I think 92 is a hell of a score. But when I look at his hand speed, he's not as fast as Ryan. He's not as fast as Devin. And,
Pachinko, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about the lightweights, like, but he's fast. He's fast. I just don't think he's Ryan Garcia fast.
Oh, no, big facts. We all agree on that. Oh, I don't know about Ned, but I think we all agree.
When they give him a 97, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
What did you give Ryan, Ned? Hold on, wait. What did you give Ryan for hand speed?
99.
All right.
All
right.
I guess that's on par with his rating curve. I don't know. All right. So, what do you give Gervonta Davis for stamina?
For stamina, I gave him an 85. Listen, that Leo Santa Cruz fight, even the Gamboa fight, there was times where he took his foot off the gas, and I'm just like, man, it was like too obvious, like. Even to the point where I remember during the Gamboa fight, people started booing because there was like no action, So definitely like, yeah, his stamina, it's not like a major issue. That's why I gave it an 85, because it's not really a major issue. However, it's visible. So
all right, Ned.
I gave him a 90. And that's because Gervonta has struggled with making weight in his career, and also he does slow down in his fights. He went 12. It took him 12 rounds to knock out Gamboa, and even though he did take out Santa Cruz early, if he's not the type to hang in there, and knockout punches aren't really the type of guys that can hang in there for 12 because they're using all that energy and power just to take somebody's head off.
Sure, dog Bill, stamina. Tank Davis, what'd you give him?
Gave him a 90. And I know it's kind of weird because even though I've seen him exhausted in some fights, he still got the win. But I done seen Tank with his mouth open. I'm not even going to mention the failure to make weights. I'm not even going to talk about that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I give him a 90. I think a 90 is fair.
All right. So I give him a 90 as well. I just feel like I've seen him tired in fights. I've seen his punch output not be what it's supposed to be. I've seen him fight in spurts where he gives away, most of the round, and then he tries to steal it in the last minute. I feel like if he was in better shape in the Gamboa fight, he could have won that fight in impressive fashion, but he did look sluggish. He looked like he took Leo Santa Cruz seriously to me. He looked like he was in better shape for Leo Santa Cruz fight. And I still felt like there were moments in the Santa Cruz fight where I saw him just resting. And the thing with Leo is if you rest, Leo's going to work. And so when he would rest, Leo would work. And Leo really forced him to have to pick up the pace. And, unfortunately, Leo's, or fortunately, depending on what side you're on, Leo's, mindset to work and not let people rest is what got him knocked out. But that's Leo. But I have seen him look sluggish, but I also feel like he was in probably the best shape I've seen him in a long time in the fight with Leo. So that's why I gave him a 90. But before the fight with Leo, if we were rating him after the Gamboa fight, I probably would have been in the 80s. So, yeah. Moving on to Chin for Gervonta Davis. G, what do you rate his chin?
All right, now this answer that I'm about to give y'all.
Oh God.
I'm not saying I'm being flip-flop, G, but I can have one answer today. I may have another answer tomorrow because this was a tough one for me, and this is why. Like, you don't really see Tank really up against like power hitters like that, right? And so, to be honest, the worst I've seen him look was actually that Leo Santa Cruz fight. But Leo Santa Cruz ain't really like a power hitter, so it's hard to gauge. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use one fight where now the guy was clearly past his prime, but at one point this dude's hands was respected, and I'm talking about Gamboa. It was during the 10th round when they were fighting. Tank foolishly looked at the audience. I don't know who he was looking at. Maybe he was trying to talk to Floyd. I don't know. But he caught a 3-piece easy by Gamboa. Like, bing, 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 bing. But he ate it like a Scooby snack. You know what I mean? So because of that, today, I'm giving him a 90 on chin. You know what I mean? So,
oh God.
But however, I'll say this, though. If that was Teofimo or if that was Ryan Garcia, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? So
who's going to show up on Saturday, January 16th? Will it be Conspira G or Flip Flopping G?
Listen, it don't matter. Flip Flopping G walking away with the victory too. It could be Vacation G. Still, you know what I mean? Still victorious, man. Salute to you, Ned, though. Salute to the TV.
All right, so 90 for Chin for Gervonta. Ned, what do you give Gervonta Davis for Chin?
I can't really say he got a bad chin. I gave him a 97 for his chin. He's never been knocked down. He's never been beat up. You never seen him in there shaking. And he's the Punisher. For as little as he is, he's the Punisher of this division. I think he is.
Showed out, Bill.
I actually gave Tank 100 on the chin. You know why? Because Tank is exactly what Tank is. A tank. I've seen him hit flush. And it's because it's not like sometimes he throws defense out the window, right? And he comes in with his hands by his side, ready just to knock the guy out, mouth open and everything, you know? And sometimes he takes shots. And like G alluded to, he took those shots from Gamboa. And I was shocked. Gamboa used to be a puncher back in the days. Now you got Leo Santa Cruz was able to, give him a shiner, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't really able to land a significant shot to wobble a Tank. Never seen Tank wobbled. Tank lives up to his name. He's a Tank. You know what I'm saying? He done seen him hit with every shot. Because he doesn't have like the best defense. So we done seen him take, punches to the face a couple times. So, you know what I'm saying? His chin has held up so far. Even though we haven't seen him in there with no monster punches, but his chin has held up so far. You got to give him 100.
All right. So for Chin and Gervonta Davis, I gave him a 96. I deducted a few points, but mainly because I haven't seen him hit by a power puncher yet. So like G pointed out, like Trill pointed out, I saw him hit by Gamboa, and Gamboa is a guy who had solid punching power. And we noticed because we've seen him hurt elite fighters before, like Terrence Crawford. For some reason, I'm not allowed to mention Terrence Crawford because some people get in their feelings, but grow a pair. Anyways, like I was saying, we've seen Gamboa hurt Terrence Crawford, and he did clip Gervonta Tank Davis, and he hurt and he didn't hurt Tank Davis. Whereas we've seen him hurt someone like Terrence Crawford. So his power is respectable, and Tank took the shots. However, we know that Gamboa is not known as like a one-punch knockout artist. So that's just us using, a parameter that we can look towards because that's someone who landed clean shots on him. I think that if anything, it's going to be stamina that beats Tank you know what they say, stamina makes a coward out of any man. And I felt like his stamina and him not showing up would be what beats him, as opposed to saying his chin, because you've seen it before. Like I feel like Anthony Yard and Kovalev, I feel like it was stamina that took Anthony Yard out more so than the jab that knocked him out, right? He was like so tired, he couldn't get up from the jab. That's what I feel like stamina comes in. And so when you look at Tank Davis, I feel like if he loses, if we see him lose, it's going to be stamina that beats him more so than a bad chin. So I gave his chin a 96. Okay, and moving on to footwork. What do you rate Gervonta Davis footwork?
So I give I gave him actually a 94 for footwork. Again, kind of like when we was talking about speed, right? He's a shorter fighter with a shorter reach. However, his footwork compensates for that because he's really, really explosive. And his footwork actually allows him to land those leaping hooks that he usually throws. You know, and another thing that he's good at is pushing off the front foot to keep that distance. Like he's real good at placement, you know, and so you're constantly always seeing him moving. Like he never really like stays stationary. He's always moving around, and that's the good thing about his footwork. But I would like to see him do more angles. But other than that, man, his footwork is definitely elite. So 94 for footwork.
TVE.
Give him a 96. The man is a smaller fighter, and he gets in there and he causes damage. And the footwork helps him land those power shots that he's so great with, the uppercuts and the hooks.
All right, $1 bill.
I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed with Tank's footwork at all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he gets to the target, but he takes some shots getting to it. He's not shuffling his feet and cutting off the ring. He's coming in there just walking right in. That's why he gets caught with some joints. Even that's why he was getting hit with them shots from Leo Santa Cruz. But he does get in there, and then he does stop guys. I give him 85. You know, he doesn't have the best footwork. I'm talking about out of the elite top lightweight guys. I don't see it up there, man. I even think Ryan's a little bit better than his feet.
I agree he doesn't have the best footwork, but I don't know if Ryan's is better. I give him a 94 just because I believe like at his height, to be able to get inside, he has to be able to utilize footwork. And I believe he has quick feet. I believe that he's pretty solid with managing distance. He has room for improvement, which is why I gave him a 94. I do see some of the things that Trill's pointing out, but for the most part, I think that he does utilize his footwork in a way that allows him to get his punches off. And mainly, if you look at the uppercut he landed on Leo Santa Cruz, and the footwork and the angle he took to set it up and to get in position to throw it, I feel like he's getting better. Now, if you would have gave me Tank a few fights ago, his footwork would have been a lot lower for me. But I noticed a lot of improvement with Tank in his last fight with Santa Cruz, where a lot of people were like, I felt like I saw some good counters. I saw him switch angles more. It looked like he was actually listening to Floyd finally. So I was impressed with the footwork that I saw in his last fight. A lot of my scores for Tank. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I was saying, and I think that I'm penalizing him a lot. The things that have to do with IQ. I think
that's what I was actually thinking when you was talking.
Yeah, I think I was penalizing for a lot of things that had to do with IQ also. But yeah, I totally agree. Especially in the Leo Santa Cruz fight, he was definitely on his game that fight.
Yeah, I feel like if I was rating him and you take away the Santa Cruz fight, my score for footwork would be a lot lower. But what I saw from him in the Santa Cruz fight, I felt like, you know, I was impressed, and I think that's what helped him win. So that's why I gave him a 94. All right, so Hart for Gervonta Davis. G, what do you give him?
For Hart, I gave him a 95. And the reason why, I don't believe he's afraid of any of these guys in the division, you know, either 130 or 135. However, I still haven't seen him in there with real killers. So, you know, I understand the Mayweather formula, but I just need to see him with more like killers, guys that have lethal hands. It'd be nice to either see him, if not with lethal hands, a guy that's skilled. So like a Devin Haney or a Lomachenko, But like if not, I would love to see him in there with a Ryan Garcia or a Teofimo Lopez. So that's the only reason why I deducted points, because I haven't seen that level of opposition on his resume as of yet. So 95 for Hart.
All right, Ned.
I gave him 100 for hate, and not that say he's a hater. He just doesn't have any. He doesn't care for these guys in his heart, and he's fueled by hate. So I give him 100 because that's why he wants to fight all of them, because he doesn't believe any of them are better than him, and he doesn't.
100 for heart or hate? Like, I don't understand.
No, I'm just saying. Never mind. But I give him 100.
Oh God. All right. Well, 100 for hate.
For a hating Hart.
Oh God. All right, Trill. What do you give Gervonta Davis for Hart?
Just want to mention, let everybody know this Saturday is going down.
It is
12 noon. G versus Ned. This is going to be very, very big. And don't forget, check out the press conference Friday at 5 p.m. It's going down.
Hashtag
For the green belt. It's for the green belt.
For the green belt is going down.
We still Suleiman promised me franchise.
I got to go with 100 on Hart. Y'all mentioned everything so far about G was actually mentioned things about, Tank in the ring, showing so much heart. I'm gonna go a little bit further. I give him heart in the ring and outside the ring, seeing where he's come from, and making it out. See a lot of heart. You know what I mean? Been through a lot. So to see the things that he's went through in his life, and to see where he's at right now, takes a lot of heart. So I'm gonna get a boy 100 on Hart. The outside the ring is what he needed to do to get here, and what he has shown in the ring. It takes a lot of heart. So I'm gonna give the boy a Hart 100.
All right, so I give him a 94. The reason why I give him a 94 is I'm just deducting 6 points for his level of opposition. I feel like he could have taken on bigger fights in his division, and he hasn't done it. Like I said, I'm the type of person, like, I hold everyone to the same standard. I don't change the standards. For me, the standard isn't for one person, it's who has the most belts, because I like Teofimo Lopez, right? And then I switch it and say it's about something different when the guy I dislike has more belts, right? But I like the other guys, so now I'm switching the standard. My standard stays the same. It always remains the same. I don't switch based on who I like, so that's how I am. I'm fair and impartial. For me, I like Tank Davis. I think Tank Davis has punching power. I think he has a good chance to beat all these guys in the lightweight division. But I also feel like, as someone who's 26 years old, and you got Ryan Garcia, who's 22, you got Devin, 22, you got Teofimo Lopez, 23. I feel like he should have fought, and his resume should have the tougher fights on it, and it doesn't. So one could argue Luke Campbell's better than anyone he's ever fought. Teofimo Lopez fought Vasily Lomachenko and Richard Comey. So you look at Gervonta Davis, and it leaves a little more to be desired for me. So I have to deduct some points from his heart. But with that being said, 94 is not bad. The man has heart. Just deducting for the lack of opposition on his resume.
And I give everybody 100. If you've been watching these ratings, everybody 100. I only deducted 5 from Ruiz and Wilder for excuses, but other than that, give everybody 100.
Yeah. So now it's on boxing IQ. G, what do you give Tank Davis for boxing IQ?
I gave him like a loose 90. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because he has good defense when he wants to use it. Kind of piggybacking off of what Trill said earlier, he actually knows how to do it. Sometimes he actually shows, you know, that defense that I'm pretty sure he picked up from Mayweather and maybe even you know, AB, other people, you know, but like he actually has it. Like he has that skill. It's just sometimes if he feels like he's gonna run over somebody like a Tank, he's gonna do it. And then defense is out the window, you know, but and that could play into IQ where it's like he's probably like, oh, that dude's punches don't hurt, so therefore I could eat those and then return with like a hook or uppercut. So that's a problem. But one thing I do like about Tank, he knows how to maintain his distance. Like he's spectacular at that. And again, remember, he's a short guy, shorter arm reach. However, it doesn't matter if the guy's short like him or taller than him. He finds a way to connect. So that has to go towards boxing IQ. And finally, I'll say this: he's also he could do both. He could fight orthodox and he could fight southpaw. Now he ain't the best at southpaw, but nonetheless he could do it. A lot of fighters can't switch hit. He can actually switch hit. So I give him a 90 for boxing IQ.
All right, you got G's 90. Ned, what do you give Tank Davis for boxing IQ?
Yeah, I give him a 90, and that's because he's mastered his style. For his size, he's mastered his fighting style. Like on offensively, like I feel like when he knows how to take your head off his power, you gotta be wary of this guy in the ring when he's coming at you. But where he lacks, he has Floyd Mayweather, the TVE, as well in his corner.
As well. The TVE as well. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, like you and Floyd, right? Y'all are like eye to eye, right?
You got Floyd on speed dial. You know what I mean?
What is it? Nah. But it's like he doesn't utilize that defense. He shows flashes of it, but sometimes when I feel certain fighters have that mentality, like, oh, this my opponent's food, they throw a lot of things out the window, and sometimes that could backfire in their face. So if he just sticks to the plan and utilizes his defense and pairs it well with his offense, I think it would be higher. But right now, I'll give him a 90.
All right, Dollar Bill.
Gervonta Tank Davis, 24-0 with 23 KOs. I give him a 90. I think he has some improvement. And if he's willing to learn, you know, and he's still young, you know, Tank is still young also. So he still got time to learn. Hey, he's learning. He's every time I see him, he's getting better. That's what I can say. Tank used to go from just being wild Tank like this. I remember when he was coming in like this. I was like, oh no, we got another Sean Porter on we got another Sean Porter on the hand. You know what I'm saying? But no, Tank is definitely learning. Every time I see him, it seems like he's getting better. So I give him a 90 on IQ.
All right, so for IQ, I give him a 92. I definitely feel like for his size, he's mastered being able to land his shots. Like G said, the distance, he knows how to get his punches off. I think offensively is where he earns the bulk of his IQ rating. And I think defensively, he has to pick up on a few things. I think he needs to have more, movement, better lateral movement. I think he needs to move his head more when he gets inside. And I think he needs to add more angles. Defensively is where he can improve. But those things are all, no fight is perfect. No one's gonna, but I think his timing's excellent. I think his hooks, his uppercuts are, like fabulous. They're on point. And I think he knows how to counter. He knows when to land them. His IQ's up there. I think 92 IQ is elite. World class, definitely. So he just needs to improve on certain things. So it's not like me disrespecting Tank. When I see him there, I see ways he can be a better fighter and he can improve on those things. And like Trill said, he is getting better. He looked better against Leo to me than he did in his last 2 fights. So, I was impressed with him. Now we get to it. It's a 94 overall. Trill rates him a 93 overall. G rates Tank Davis a 92 overall. Ned ranks Tank Davis a 95 overall. And I rank Tank a 94 overall. And the average when tallied all together, the overall rating is a 94, which is the same as Ryan Garcia, except we see them differently. Trill sees Ryan Garcia as a 95 overall. G sees Ryan Garcia as a 93 overall. Ned sees Ryan Garcia as a 94 overall. And I see Ryan Garcia as a 94 overall. So the overall for Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis on the Boxing Bros is a 94. And you can see how we rate them individually. All right, fellas, anything before we go?
Hyenas in the camp.
You already know. Make sure you tap in. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And also check out our podcast on all major streaming services. It's going down this Saturday at 12 noon. It's the official punch-off between G and Ned. And also, please tap in with us on Friday at 5 p.m. for the official press conference. It is going down. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you don't miss it.
Hold on. Crooked Finger Neck got something to say.
You're wrong. G's going down. Hyenas in the camp.
Thank you for rocking with us. We are the Boxing Bros. Make sure you tune in. It's going to be incredible.
Let's get it.
We could have been flawless, flying up to make people's mouths drop jawless. How can 2 years be erased in 1 August? And you know I have my pride, so I had to get brolic. All in all, I can't call it. Just know you're my queen. Wish I was denim, cause then I be in your jeans. Can't fight fate, and you've been loving me since your teens. But when you can't move forward, you gotta wipe your slate clean.